to have the endorsement of a person who has led our county to a AAA bond rating. And AAA bond rating, there are very few jurisdictions in this country that have that. How many?
Out of 3,000, probably 20 or 30.
Out of over 3,000 counties in this country, only about 20, maybe 30 of them, less than 10% of the counties that we have in the United States of America have the AAA bond rating that your county has because of his leadership. So, you know what that means? That means that Prince George's County, even during tough economic times, has the ability to garner the resources that it needs to provide the services that you need. So when the time comes for us during tough economic times to make decisions on whether you have to lay someone off or whether you got to furlough, see, people who ain't ever been a leader of anything don't understand the concept, and they'll make those you know, empty promises of never furloughing or laying someone off because they've never led anything. I have for the last 8 years. It's a tough decision to make. But the decision that has to be made is based upon what you've done to establish the economy that you live in. We were able to ensure that we kept the services that you needed. So when the county executive instituted a furlough in the county, that meant that people kept their jobs, one, which is very important. Furloughs save jobs, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care how upset somebody gets for having to take a day or two off here or there, they still have their job. And if they have their jobs, guess what? Under strong leadership and focus and discipline, managerial leadership, guess what? Your services don't get cut. That is key. Because it's not your, you know, it shouldn't matter to you how tough the economy is if you need services. Our pledge to you is to make sure that you get those services. So for 24 years in public office, understanding and knowing the landscape of Prince George's County, the entire county government, the leadership that you've shown, the connection that you've had with the seniors in the community, with the young people in the community, with the business owners, I'm honored that you would endorse me to be the next county executive for Prince George's County. And I can tell you that this will not be my last time here, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you have seen me at the Crab Feast, right, where my foundation, you know, helped to ensure that you had a nice afternoon over the last few years. But you've also seen me here at luncheons. And there's a thing called the red and gold ball that that Mr. Johnson has put on for you all lately. You won't miss that when I'm here. I'll make sure you still have the red and gold ball. You know, you won't miss that. I understand how much that's enjoyed by you all. But there are a lot of things that I'm going to need help from you all with. We're going to need help getting back to the basics. And I'm going to be quiet here in a second. We're going to need help getting back to the basics to make sure our young people grow up with the proper values and the proper principles that they need in order to be marketable when they leave high school to go to college and leave high school to go into the workforce. Because if they don't walking around with the right attitude, it's not going to matter how many degrees they have. So that comes from home, that comes from the basics. We need to get back to the basics. We need to mind those young folks' business because they ain't got no business until they grown folks, right? So our job is to make sure that when they are grown folks that they have everything they need to ensure that Prince George's County moves forward. So thank you very much for being here today. I am deeply humbled and ecstatically happy that Mr. Johnson has endorsed me, and hopefully we can count on you to help us move forward, move Prince George's County forward beginning on September 14th. See you at the polls, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.